We did our presentation on immune response to the Zaire Ebola virus. Ebola virus was first discovered in Zaire in 1976 when two young scientists encountered a Flemish missionary that had contracted the virus. There are 6 viruses in the Ebola virus genus. 4 of these cause disease in humans. The most pathogenic of these is the Zaire strain. The effects, on average, Ebola virus kills 50% of those infected. In 2014 outbreak in Guinea, 28,000 people were infected and 11,300 of those cases were fatal.
Okay, so an innate immune response to a viral infection, your infected cells will secrete type 1 interferons, and then those will activate your antigen-presenting cells, which are your dendritic cells and macrophages, and those are responsible for activating T cells as well as the cascade. And over here, I've added some little doodles of an Ebola virus versus a human. So you can see in round 1 of their little fight that we are attacking the Ebola virus with our antigen-presenting cells, but then the Ebola virus remembers that it can disable our type 1 interferon production with viral proteins like VP24 and VP35, and it can also infect the actual leukocytes to keep them from activating our T cells. So in the adaptive immune response, we're not having any T cell activation because all of our antigen-presenting cells have been infected. So we can't activate the B cells, which usually secrete the soluble antibodies that are responsible for activating complement, conferring memory, and just overall wiping out the viral infection. And we also see a mass apoptosis in our CD4 and CD8 T cells, as well as the natural killer cells. So now pretty much all of our immune system has been wiped out. So our little human is kind of on his last leg down here, and our Ebola virus has a big upper hand. But there is a 50-50 chance he could survive. So I'll let you guys decide if he is going to survive or not. And I hope you choose that he does.
So there are no current treatments approved in the US by the FDA to treat Ebola virus. There's only supportive therapy. And in the 2018 outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo, there were 4 investigational treatments that were used on patients. 2 of those antivirals, which were Regeneron and MAB-144, those drugs had a much higher survival rate. So since all we can do is treat the symptoms of Ebola virus, intravenous fluids and electrolytes are used to avoid dehydration, and oxygen therapy is used to maintain blood oxygen, and medications are used to regulate blood pressure and manage vomiting, diarrhea, fever, and pain, and any subsequent infections are also treated. Scientists are developing drugs that will prevent the virus from replicating itself, and possible vaccinations are also being studied.
Here we have some resources with just some links for further understanding of the Zaire Ebola virus. This is a video. It's just describing how your body fights off the virus. And then this is another video with some innovative research that has been done on Ebola virus. And lastly, we have a link to a website detailing what happened during the 2014 outbreak and also how they were able to move forward. Thank you for watching our presentation.